What's going on, guys? Thank you for joining us for another video. Dillon DeJesus here. I am a full-time sneaker customizer and I've been doing this for almost a decade now. Previously, we walked you guys through some of our earliest work and had a good laugh at how bad some of those original pieces were and how much things have really changed and grown after all of these years. So for today's video, we wanted to flip that script a little bit and walk you guys through some of our most iconic and signature pieces from these past 8 years of sneaker customizing. So first off, we have this pair of Trinidad James inspired Jordan 4s. And the funny part about the story behind these is they kind of came about on accident. We had a client reach out to us and said they wanted a red and cheetah print Jordan 4. We went ahead, threw it together. The day after we completed them, we went to our first sneaker con and everybody was coming up and taking pictures of these shoes and tagging Trinidad James, and I wasn't sure why. So this was right around the time that Trinidad had released his all gold everything video where he's wearing red pants along with the cheetah headband, so everybody was coming up, tagging him in the photo, and I thought they were kind of made to match up to his style from that video. I had absolutely no idea at the time, but Trinidad actually reposted the photo that we posted of these. Shortly after that, his camp reached out to us to make a couple pairs for him, along with some of his other team members, and we were able to go ahead and meet him at his concert here in Chicago. And this was my first time working with a celebrity, so it was a really cool experience. So you guys might recognize these from our last video, laughing at some of our old work. There's no doubt that this was a huge project for us. The only reason that they're part of laughing at some of our old work is because of how bad the watermark is. The story behind Sneaker News reposting this photo by completely photoshopping out the background, removing the watermark, but nonetheless, taking all of those Nike Air Yeezy colorways and throwing them on the Jordan 3s, this was a huge deal for us. That photo was reposted everywhere by all the other big sneaker outlets, and these brought us a ton of new followers and a lot of requests for some more work. Now, moving on to our Bel Air Roshe. These were from early 2016, and of all the thousands of designs that I've done over the years, this was the most popular as far as the one that we sold the most of. So this was at a time where we had a website where you could choose from 15 designs or so that you could go ahead, pick your size, quickly check out, and our goal was to get these to you in under 2 to 3 weeks. This was right around the time we moved out from working in a home studio into a larger 2,000 square foot downtown space studio, and I just remember making these for months on end. This was a really interesting one because this photo was actually reposted hundreds of thousands of times on Facebook, and just due to that viral kind of marketing that we essentially got lucky with it being shared so many times, we were just able to get these in front of so many eyes, and obviously this being a pretty eye-catching design, these really sold well for us. Now we have our pair of Kanye graduation Jordan 1s. These were actually made for when we hosted our first art show in that downtown studio, and I really wanted to create a signature piece kind of showcasing my talent as far as what I thought I could do with some really detailed work. And there's some really detailed stuff within this graduation design from Takashi Murakami. Trying to recreate that across all these different panels of Jordan 1s was a very time-consuming task, but nonetheless, this is still to date one of my favorite pairs that we've ever done. So we have that really classic graduation color palette gradient featured on the upper, along with all of that detailed bear artwork, of course done with the toothpick on the back of the shoe. Following up those graduation Jordan 1s, we have a piece that we made last year, the Kids See Ghosts Adidas Continental 80s. Once we heard Takashi Murakami was going to be recreating the artwork for the Kids See Ghosts album between Kanye and Kid Cudi, we knew that he was going to drop something awesome. There was some early talks that he was going to be the artist behind the artwork, so we knew as soon as that was to be released, we knew that it was going to be a piece that we would want to try to recreate on somewhat of a different silhouette. We used the Continental 80 here. It's not something that you see too many custom sneakers done on, so we thought it'd be a really cool piece. And this is something that, really kind of helped turn the page for us on YouTube to where we saw that it is something that we should start to take a little bit more serious. So we definitely had some real success behind creating the video for these and then deciding to give them away also as another marketing tactic to try to reach out to more people and gain a bigger following. Now we have our Brooklyn Nets City Edition Jordan 1s, and there's a really cool story behind these. We first made them for a higher up within the Nets organization. He really enjoyed his pair, so he decided to commission us to make a few more pairs for some of the big time season ticket holders for the Nets, and since they all really liked them, he then thought it'd be really cool for us to just go ahead, come out to Brooklyn and release them to the public. So we actually released these to the public in the Barclays Stadium for a limited edition run of 200 pairs. And so it's just insanely cool to look at all of the cool opportunities I've had, all the places I've been able to go, all the doors that have opened up to me, all from creating custom sneakers. And so if we're talking about huge milestone moments for us as a business, we cannot go without talking about these Gucci Drip Air Force Ones. Although it's not a piece that's done in my signature artwork or anything like that, once we released the tutorial for these on YouTube early 2019, this just changed the game for us here on YouTube. This was by far and away our most viewed video for a very long time. And this is an item that of course appeals to the masses because we have been asked about these every single day since, about people inquiring about getting their own pair of these made. So without a doubt, just a huge game changer piece for us. All right, and the last piece that we're gonna finish off with is our Chucky Air Force Ones. Now we made these in conjunction with our DCF horror contest. It was the first time we decided to host a contest of our own for anybody who enjoys creating custom sneakers. And that was something that was a really long time coming from us here on YouTube. Over our span of our career on YouTube, what we've really tried to do was try to build up the community for custom sneakers. Not only have tutorials, but walk you guys through how we kind of run our business and hopefully just be kind of a hub that you can come to and learn about everything custom sneakers. And we've just had a ton of fun getting to know all the countless artists out there. And throwing our first contest, we had no idea what to expect. We had a really short time frame, but we had over 70 people submit pieces, and it was just insane. So we had to create one that, you know, we would be really proud of. If we were entering this contest, this would be the type of piece that we would create. And just taking on the task of picking out a theme like Chucky or Child's Play, wanting to do a cool horror theme, and just really throwing your own spin on a theme that is done by a ton of other people. This is a piece that I'm really happy about. So hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing this video of us walking through some of our most iconic signature pieces. If you've been following us for any length of time, hopefully these are some pieces that you enjoy or that you might remember from some of the ones that are quite a few years old at this point. But I also want to stress to you guys that none of this happens overnight. At this point, we have nearly a decade of experience, so this is a really long time coming to get to this point. So no matter what comes your way, keep pushing forward, keep challenging yourself as an artist, and then quite frankly, there's no limit to what you can achieve. So thank you guys for joining us for this video. Don't forget, all DCF Christmas contest entries are going to be due Friday, December 13th. Can't wait to see what you guys cook up, and we will see you guys in that next video.